What's up, killers? I don't have a lot of time tonight. I'm gonna play some farm sim and chat. I'm gonna go to bed in like 40 minutes from now. What's new with y'all? Oh, it's snowing. It's snowing on my farm sim. Oh no. The snow makes me slippy. That'd be funny. Hello. So today I'm just doing the live stream from the phone. What's up, nobody? Where are you from? How's Pennsylvania today? What's nobody's name? ¿Qué pasa, Peru? ¿Cómo estás? Abel. Yes, stay positive. Muy bien. Mucho gusto, Abel. Soy Matt. Yo hablo español. Poquito. Poco. Yo lo sé. Muchas palabras en español, pero no todo. Temarica. I don't know that one. So your Spanish, soy bien. I don't know Temarica. I don't know that one. No lo sé Temarica. No comprendo. Brown can shove a package straight up your ass. How about that? I'm just kidding. No, I'm not high. Cannot do drugs. No drugs in this body. When I'm in a Latino neighborhood, I'm like, hola, estoy aquí para sus paquetes. ¿Cómo estás? Escribe su nombre aquí. Beans, what's up? What's up, Ian? Keep my mustache. Mi país es Estados Unidos, Pennsylvania. I don't know if I said that right. That's just Estados Unidos. That's something like that. It's like that. Something. I forget how to say America. I'm from Pennsylvania. Evil. I used to. I know so Spanish. Uh, dos semanas antes en mi trabajar, Appalachian Trail is huge. It's big. Better bring los armas. Necesita arma. Appalachian Trail, there's like muchos logos personas. Most of the people are nice on the Appalachian Trail, but some of them are crazy. You gotta be careful. It's a very nice place, but I've been on the Appalachian Trail. I've been on it in little bits, little bits and pieces. It's a nice place. It's like a lot of mountains, montañas, and muchos árboles. Very larga. Yes, nice. It's very nice. I suggest going there. I don't have the pictures with me right now, but there's a lot of trails in Pennsylvania. It's like the Appalachian Trail is difficult though. It's long and there's a lot of different places on it that you can go to. Hi Susan, how are you? Where are you from, Susan? Have you ever been to Pennsylvania? Is that a black heart? Oh, nice. So you check for earthquakes. Susan has a black heart. What does a black heart mean? Seismologist, that's a person that studies earthquakes in Peru. That makes sense. I'm fine. Thank you, Susan. Thanks for asking me how I'm doing. Seismologist, how you study the tectonic plates of the earth in the mountains. So you would know the Appalachian Trail because you would know the mountains around it. That's true. Not all of us yet. I don't make it yet. Didn't I sell you fent yesterday? What's that? Fentanyl? No. Recent 7.0 off north. Yeah, they were saying about the tsunami. Hi, nice to see you, Legend Brahan. Who's the girl? You talking about Susan? I probably shouldn't wear my UPS stuff. I should just show my homeless look. If I fix my hair, it looks straight. Hold on. My hair is soft. What's up, boys? Earthquake science and the tsunamis. Look at my hair. I'm 48 years old, but I have all my hair still. Yeah, I'm totally married. I'm married, see? Yeah, so I'm 48. I gotta get a haircut. And I also, yeah, I just haven't had time because of work. Green apple dip and a Marlboro and a Humvee turret with 240 pounds, 240B, 240 Bravo was my jam early. Nice. That's cool. That sounds like fun. You like my beard. Andrew's a veteran. I'm a veteran. but I think the 240 Bravo was a Marine veteran, because the Army has the M249. My wife doesn't touch my face, but I use my. I better shut up. I was in the Army. No, I'm not wearing diapers, and I don't use the blue. What's up, Jody? How you doing? My wife doesn't. She touches my face, but I touch her face, touch my face on her. Yeah, I was in the Army, but I was. So like they said I was colorblind, so they wouldn't let me do any combat arms stuff. Yeah, my wife doesn't touch me. No, I'm just kidding. She does. How long? About three or 4 years, something like that. I can't remember how long. You don't really worry about if you're smart. You don't even care about that. Jesus swept. Amen. Legend Prahan. Yeah. Work was busy today. It was, but I got through it. No problems. I was so yeah. I was colorblind, so they wouldn't let me do combat arms, so I was a transporter. Newlyweds, sort of. We've been together for like 5 years now, though. No, we got married in Pennsylvania, and my wife is Filipino. Does anybody want any rupees? I got rupees, bro. I've never been to India, but I got connects. So, yeah, I was in the Army, and then, you know, I just work at UPS. Poop currency. I don't know how much the rupees is. Are you Nepali? Nice. He got married in West Philly now. Close to Philly. I'm almost near Philly. I'm from a place called Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Yeah, you know how to speak English. That's great. It's good to learn how to speak more than one language. What's up, FS25, FS22, and Jaden? 9 years old. That's young. Eat corn. Yeah, Phoenixville. Phoenixville. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the ordnance disposal and the quick reaction force. So you were like on patrol. I think I saw no, I'm not Jewish. Corn? I don't have any corn right now. Anaheim speak French. Parlez-vous français? Oui, oui. Artillery. That's like I forget the nomenclature for that. They just need more boots on the ground over there. Patrols. You did patrols. And if anybody got in trouble, you were there to take over. To tear some new assholes. I was in transportation, but I was in between 1994 and 1998. 13 Bravo, yeah. So I was at 88 November. Like, it's sad because, even though I was in a transportation, right, we still trained like we could kill people, man. Like, we all qualified, ran. Yep, UPSer. No, no thanks for Biden. 88 November. 88 Mike's the driver. 88 or November is the coordinator. So, for example, if you ever went to NTC in California, right? They have NTC in California. I was at Fort Irwin for a year. And so what we did was like, we were like the staging area for all the convoys coming in from the desert. And we would do the offloading of the railroad, the railhead down there. So like they all would come to like the tent city, right where we were, where our office was. So like all the buses and the convoys came through the desert, and they all met up in the same area, like where we were working. Like we would coordinate all the transportation there. Like the big hets that they had for the tanks, the M1s and stuff. They would need like a hold on a minute. They would need like a county permit to go across the road, you know. They would need like a county permit because the weight of the vehicles is too heavy. Do they still let you all smoke weed in those trucks? No, we never did that. I met some great philosophers, people that know a little bit about life and how. I have no idea. I didn't work much in the railhead. I only did that for like a couple days. So the M109 is I think the M109 is I can't remember exactly. The M109 is the mobile artillery. What's that called? M111 or M109? I can't remember. I know the M109 is like an artillery piece or something. But they were rolling, like I was just there for a couple days, and so I'm mad. What's up, Sam? Mad I'm putting lips on tips. I can't even read that. What's up, Chicago? I've been to Chicago, the north side, where Lake Michigan and M119, yeah. So the artillery piece, I just remember being at the railhead, and we were kind of like safeties, and people were just like pulling vehicles off the rail cars, and one time I had to call like a crane to get them to take it off because they were like rolling it off the side of the rail car. So I was like, I gotta call a crane because they're about to crash it off the side of a rail car. Like half the tracks were off the side of the railroad, or the rail car in Barstow. Soon Christmas night Eve coming, Santa Claus. Merry Christmas, Sam. Hopefully you get your PlayStation. Yeah, like, but like when I was in Italy for 2 years. So the first of the 508th, which is the airborne unit that was in Caserma, Italy, which is where I was stationed. We basically got their, buses to their jumps, and we only had a small motor pool. Yeah, that's so cool. Man, they would never have let me done that in the Army. I would have killed everybody. I would have had so much fun. I wanted to be in combat arms so bad, but I guess if I would have re-enlisted and then asked for a different job, they might have done it, especially with the way the world was at the time. I mean, I have no idea. Start a raving, I don't know what the hell that means. I'm gonna try and have a serious conversation. So yeah, the first of the 508, they would do it was a small base, but I think it was that one You like cheese? I like cheese. So yeah, first of 508 was the unit that I think Restrepo was from. First Armor Division was basically a tank on steroids. Super fun. First Armor. Isn't Big Red 1, right? Oh, I have something to show you real quick. Can I go get it? I'll go get it real quick. It's not the same, but I'll go get something. Sorry, I had to go get this. You know what this is? This is one of the things I took from somebody at NTC from Fort Irwin. First Cav. You think that's cool? I think it's cool. I wasn't in it, but oh yeah. I don't remember them all. I remember Third ID has like the patch that has like the stripes. I can't remember them all. Like I know the airborne units. I know like so obviously the 82nd and the 101st. Those are like the famous ones. I can't remember all the patches. I was all into that stuff too, man. I loved it. I liked being in the military, and I liked learning about other people. Yeah, I have some coins laying around, old coins that I got. I was a guide on a lot, so like I was like really into it. Like we would have like parades and stuff because we were just like a garrison. Basically, we trained. We were full-time military. You know, like we learned how to kill people. Like even transporters. I mean, I'm sure that like if they were like asking for people to go on a convoy, transporters would volunteer, and they would kill people if they had to, or get shot at. Yeah, I mean it's fine. Why not? It's they just have to go to the what's it called, the PX, and get new ones. The clothing sales. You have to go to the clothing in sales and get it. I have my old meal card somewhere too. Like I saved a lot of that stuff. I like being in the military. Nice. Special forces, right? That's cool, man. You would win a lot of drinks with that. Like yeah, I mean I think I got the highest one was like a general or something, like 2-star general. I don't even know where I would be able to find it right now. Yeah, it like anybody that has been in combat, you have to be a little more, you know, or in that situation, got to be a little more sympathetic to that. Like being a veteran like me, like that really never saw combat. Like I don't want to take advantage of the system, you know, being a veteran, you know. So I have this, you know, way of thinking like if if I'm taking something from the VA when somebody else really needs it, you know, like I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like I'm still in contact with some of my buddies from the military, like people that I had roommates with, and I went to one of the guys' weddings and stuff like that. So keep in contact with a lot of friends from. I have like a couple people on Facebook that were in my units and stuff. I have pictures of like, you know, basic training, and I got 3 AAMs and 1 ARCOM. Yeah, I get you. I already I would have guessed. Yeah, I would have guessed that. I would have like, cause they, like, you know, you meet the like the first sergeant or the sergeant major of the army. You get to meet a lot of different players, or a lot of different soldiers in the army. Yeah, it's just cool. Like you just kind of like, it's your friends. You might have military friends, and then you have the rest of your friends. You know, like the yeah, the yeah. So you have your military friends, and then you have your regular friends. It's just two different worlds, really. Like there's only like like when I go see my friend, he lives in Pennsylvania with me. He's not far. He's like 2 hours away, and every time I go there, like or I see him. We just sit around and just drink beer and talk about all the fucking trouble we made when we were over there in Italy. We had like I was in peacetime between the Trumps, I say. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I meet people. Yeah. I meet good people. You know, military soldiers, Army, Air Force, Marines, whatever. At UPS we have all kinds of veterans. Like the transportation industry has a lot of them. Postal workers. Like I wouldn't want to like fight America just based off of like if you mobilize just UPS workers, like you would have problems just against us. You know, it would be a problem for any, like if you just took UPS workers and you gave them all, you know, fully kitted out, and they had to go fight somewhere, I guarantee you, whoever's fighting them is gonna get fucked up. So yeah, so like yeah, me and my buddy, we like to sit around and just drink a lot of beer, and we used to drink like because the beer was so cheap. It was in '94 and in '98, so you can get like a whole case of beer for like $11. And then we would like pregame before we went downtown. And in Italy, they had a Vicenza was like a town that had like 100,000 people in it, and we would just like pregame before we would go downtown. So we would drink like a couple 6-packs before we would go down there, and then we drink Guinness all night. We got so wasted so many times. It was It was crazy, man. I never drank so much like that ever. Like, I don't drink like that now, but like, and then when you go to Germany, the beer's even stronger. Like, the Weiss beer is like so strong. Yeah, I get all worked up talking about the military because it's so much fun. Like, I mean, I should have. The only reason why I got out, because after I got out of the first 4.5 years, um, I wanted to fill out my contract as a reservist. My family veterans war too. Was a 2 year. I don't understand. But yeah, happy Veterans Day to whoever's a veteran. But um, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, the Army thing was fun. If I would have stayed in, I probably would have made sergeant. I was like 21 years old, 22 years old, and it was like during the affirmative action years. And I just felt betrayed, like I wasn't getting in the promote. Like at the time, if I had just stayed during the wars, I probably would have made it, pretty far. But like in between the bushes, there was nothing going on, except for the beginning. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why I got out. I forgot to say that. Like when I went in the reserves, like afterwards, because I was kind of bored and I just wanted to check it out. It sucked. The reserves were balls. Like after I tried it, and I was there for just to finish my contract, And then as soon as the towers went down, my daughter was gonna be born. So I was like, I need to get out because there's plenty of guys that'll do the job for me. Like I served my 8 years. If I didn't have my daughter, I would have went back to active duty. I know I would have. If I didn't have my daughter, I probably would still almost be in the military right now. I liked it so much. Like I knew like I was going through like the promotion boards all the time, like in studying for that crap and like doing like what do they call it? Like inspections and stuff like that. And I would always get like the 3-day pass and all that stuff. I was practicing to go in front of the sergeant major. Like I almost knew the whole NCO creed at one point. And then they said, nope, you're not going to the promotion board because there was a guy that had 8 years and I only had 4. They let him go. And I was like, you motherfuckers. I wanted to be promotable before my before the end of my first enlistment. And then I was like, you know what? I'm getting out. So I did. And ever since, I really enjoyed my time when I was there. But after seeing my daughter's face for the first time, I didn't really care anymore. She was awesome. She's how old now? 22. She just graduated college. Veterans Day is over, but we can celebrate our veterans every day. Even though I'm not a combat veteran, I'm still a veteran. The only time I got war pay or danger pay. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, you would have had like 15 different kids in different countries. You would have had them all over the world. Sometimes I wonder if I have a kid in Italy. I was Army. I was in the Army. Front leaning rest position. Oh man, I would have been alive. Yeah, my kids, it would be a rough life. So the one when I was in Fort Irwin, there was a lady that worked with us at the transportation place, but there was a guy that was part of the Op 4 at Fort Irwin, and he was in the field like 30 days out of every month. Like, and he lived on his house was on base, like on the post at Fort Irwin, and he never was home. It was sad. Like, you can't have a family like that. I'm sorry, but you just cannot. Like, that's not the life I would have chose. Like, people that, you know, the sacrifice that the families make is too much. Like, you need single dudes out there fighting. You're welcome. Thanks, Sam. I don't know where my dog tags are. I have them somewhere. I have everything. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good time. I'll do it again. I would have done it. I would do it all over. I joined like in October of my senior year. Like before high school was over. And like I just did the very minimum my senior year just to pass. Just so I can graduate. And then I went in, I think it was June 20th, I started. We graduated on the 16th and I started on June 20th. And then, man, I was so fast when I was in the Army. Like, I was like, oh, man, it's so dusty out there too. It's like everything's sand over there. That sucks, dude. I bet he was fucked after that. You're in your U.S. Army hat. Yeah, the 105. That's pretty hot, but it gets up to like 140. Like our building that we had. If you ever been there, it's like they have like outside of our building they had like an overhang, and they would set up like hundreds of cots for you, and then they had the like where they would have these bleachers like on the side where when the buses come in they would assemble there, and then on the other side there was like a tent city basically. Yeah, not tents, but like if they had to be held until they moved, they were either in. Yeah, for the second half. That's cool. They put all that miles. Did they put all the miles gear on your tanks? On your armor? I mean, I have some cool pictures. Like, I have some cool pictures of like Chinooks flying over in the horizon, like with like the camo netting and stuff, like over top of like. Nice. Nice. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I know all about it. I know I've been there. Like, even though I was in transportation, I paid attention, you know. The biggest gun I ever fired was a Mark 19. That's it. And that was very limited. It was a village and urban stuff where I was. Yeah. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I just remember I don't think I ever saw the urban stuff when I was in NTC. I think that was kind of it must have been a newer edition, depending on where you were, what years you were there. Because I didn't remember seeing that. Well, like when I was in the reserve, I went into the reserves and they allowed us. I did switch MOSs to MP, but I never finished the second part of the school because if I did that, I would have to re-enlist. So I didn't re-enlist. I didn't finish. I was going through all the training. I basically had like 1 more month to become MP. 05 and again in 09. Yeah. Yeah, so like I was like 10 years before you when I was there. Like they didn't have the need, I guess, for urban combat at the time when I was there. They were all focused on desert combat, but not the urban combat. Yeah, so, yeah. UPS is good. UPS makes good money. If you stick it out. At first, it sucks. But if you stick it out, you'll make money. Like I only made like $350 today. I think I worked like 9.5 hours and I made like $350. That I'm not even at top rate yet. I have 1 more year for top rate. So next year, just for 8 hours, it's $360. So you would make, if you work at 9.5 hour day, you would make almost $450 every day. You can make $450 to $500 a day. That ain't no bullshit. And you get free health insurance. But you have to do everything the correct way. They're very strict on certain things. 350 for, yeah, top rate is like 360, I think, because it's $45 an hour. It might be more than that. I can't really know. Yeah, almost. If you do it, there's no such. Yeah, that means for like transportation driving school, right? So, yeah, you can make 400 easy every day. But so basically what you might have been applying for. All right, so when I got hired at UPS, I came on as a seasonal driver, but I was so good. What's up, Mina? Good morning. When I got on to UPS, I was already experienced. So within a month, I got my seniority. So if they are going to hire you, if you were going to go to UPS, the best thing to do is going during right before the peak season, and asked to be a seasonal driver. And you basically go through the driving school, and then they'll let you drive through the peak season. And if you do a really good job, they might let you work Saturdays still as a driver, but you might not get your, it depends on where you are. If it's like a huge place, pick and packer, I should have tried seasonal. Yeah. So you have two options. You go in as a seasonal driver and see if we can do a really good job and maybe like get you like in that way, or you can go work in the warehouse in the beginning. Like, it sucks. It's like, it's not the greatest job in the world, but if you can stick it out until the peak season comes up, and then you ask them to drive, they'll put you through the training. Like, but it's seniority is everything. Like it all depends on your seniority. Like they like this past year, there's a few people that haven't got seniority that have been there like through the beginning of the peak season or a little bit further ahead. Work for $17.50 an hour. That's not too bad if you get some overtime. The goal is $30 an hour for everybody. You need $30 an hour if you can get it. Christmas is peak season from Black Friday to, you know, next week it's gonna die down though. I can already see it. They're already like cutting people. Like, to be honest, like for the past 2 years, I got laid off and I had to go back in the warehouse. $30. So basically, it takes time before you even get your seniority, and then you start driving. Like, I got really lucky. Like, I'm literally like one of the luckiest people, because I got there in like October, or like maybe late September 3 years ago. And then as soon as I started driving, within the first month afterwards, I qualified, and they gave me my seniority on October 29th, 3 years ago. So that, like, if you do go into the warehouse, the one benefit that you'll get is full free health insurance after 9 months. I got a pea. You got a peanut? Peacock? I don't know what that is. Penis. I don't know what that is. But so yeah, there's two ways to go about it. Like, you can go, you have to be patient. But anybody that works for UPS starts at the bottom. From the senior managers to the truck drivers, there's no real hiring from outside. There's none. The union would not allow it. The coworkers, the drivers, are generally cool. Like, I go out for breakfast with one of my friends, and if you play the game, like, let's say you nice, that's good. You worked your farm, that's good. So if you play the game, like, you kind of like scratch the, whenever the supervisors tell you to do something, you just do it. Like, don't question it, especially early on in the game. Like, you have to like really do your job as best you can and not complain, and just take the money for the hours that you're getting. Just think about that. Think about the money you're making, right? And the time that you're taking to get to the top rate, you know? And then the supervisors can be strict about having, there's a lot of rules, like, for driving and like the way that you deliver packages. And you just got to follow those rules, because some coworkers can be crybabies, and that's everywhere. But that's why we have the union. Like, there's a lot of people that use the union to file grievances, and sometimes they file grievances or try to take advantage of the system. And the casino player, that's cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is. It's just like that, to be honest. Like I actually call my supervisors 88 Novembers because that's what I used to be in the Army, and I'm an 88 Mike. I'll try to live stream tomorrow night. But it's like you have the soldiers. We have like the soldiers, which are the drivers, and then you have the supervisors, which are like the sergeants, and then you have a captain in each one. There's like 4 centers in our building. I can never talk bad about UPS. I'll never talk bad about it on here, and I won't say anything negative about it because it's just going to get me fired. I can only say that since I've been there, I like it. I've been in other companies, and this is probably the best company as far as pay goes. Like, if you don't care about anything but pay, it's the best place. As far as, I like being a driver and I like delivering packages. It's not bad. I like to be active. If you like to be active and just be outside, and if you have, and you also have to work at like a medium pace. There's no reason to fly around and cause an accident. You can just work at it like I try to do 20 deliveries every hour. No matter what day it is or where I'm at, or if I have more. Sometimes you'll do like 10 deliveries in 1 hour, and then the next hour you might do 40. So like you kind of have to like balance out your day, like so that you get your 8 hours, and then and if you have enough work on your truck, you can get some overtime every day. You know, Sharon? You know what I'm talking about, Sharon? So, for like last week, I worked Monday and Tuesday last week. Not this week, but last week I worked 23 hours in 2 days, and I made almost $1,000 for that. So that's not even at top rate. So next year when I work the peak season and I do a 60-hour week, I'll get $3,000 for the week. Well, not take home, but $2,000. I mean, the average top rate person that works just a regular week will make like $2,000 or more per week. Because there's no such thing as an 8-hour day at UPS. There's no such thing. If you're driving, there's no guarantee you'll be done in 8 hours. Especially next week, it's like we have our schedule for next week, and it's like various start times. So like Monday will be like 8:20, and then the next day will be like 10:10, because we're going to hardly have anything to do next week. And they're just going to prioritize any like air shipments. Broncos versus Chargers, start time is 7:15 Pacific Standard Time. That's interesting. Do you know where I'm at? I can tell you. I live close to where there's a lot of cheesesteaks. Yeah, so like the way that I explain UPS, it might not be for everybody, but it's definitely like if you're a former soldier, you know, like you would like it. Yeah, well, don't spam, bro. There's no reason to spam. You said help like 4 million times. So yeah, don't do that. Yeah, so like I think UPS is a good option. Plus, if you get the health insurance, it's free for everybody in your family. Like it's like the military. I mean, I really think like, because they started, I guess, in Atlanta, right? And they all wear brown uniforms, and you know, like it's like a military style work. Like anybody that's been in the military can relate to it, you know. But everybody has to start from the bottom. I live where the cheesesteaks, the Amish, what are you gonna do about it, Superman? You're gonna heat me up with your heat guns from your eyes. I have to charge my phone, it's dying. What are you gonna do about it, you in your blue tights? So, yeah. Yeah, I gotta hold the phone up now. I gotta really get a haircut. It's all matted down. I was wearing my regular hat today. Sometimes I wear my beanie, but today it was a little bit warmer. Kansas City, nope. I don't live in Kansas City. There we have, I'll give you hints. We have cheesesteaks. Yeah, I mean, if it's not too late, I mean, you can always, I mean, if you can just get through till next year and try it again. The recruiters are there's no information like actually talking to a driver. If you see a UPS driver and they have time to talk, like, that's the best way you get information, especially somebody like me, like that's been through the situation within the past 3 years. You can get a lot more information out of that kind of person, and we're more than happy to talk about it. You know, like we can encourage people to come work for us because, like, even though we're kind of low on there's not very many guys that got hired as a permanent driver since the time that I got hired, because they've been kind of messing around with the contract years and stuff like that. So they haven't really hired too many drivers, but there's going to be a shortage. Like, people are going to retire, and then we're going to have to take over their trips, and then we're going to need spare drivers for that. You know, so like maybe not this year, but next peak season, if you can wait that long, or even now, like, you can probably go on to upsers.com and just ask for to be a handler. And even if you are a loader, there's so many different things you can do in the warehouse. You can, like, which is the shittiest one, is like unloading trailers, right? And then you load trucks, which is, so basically everything comes off the trailers, it goes around the belts. We got people that are sorting. Yeah, you should love me, Superman. There's like guys that sort, like, to the different belts that the packages go to, and then there's other, the packages come down in a bunch of different chutes, you know. And then there's a lot of loaders for the trucks. Those are probably the most plentiful. And if you can load 4 trucks or 3 or 4 trucks by the time it's start time, and you can get it pretty much in order, so like all the packages come down with a number, like a 4-digit number, and then there's like 1,000 shelf, 2,000 shelf, 3,000, 4,000, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the numbers are on the sticker, and they go straight into the truck, and then they organize the truck based on the number. So if you can read numbers, that's all you have to know. It's a 4-digit number. You put it in order. All right, Superman. See ya, Sam. Have a good day, man. I don't smoke weed. I cannot. The military taught me well. I don't condone it, but I just don't do it. Please don't smoke and drive. Yeah, exactly. Cheesesteak, Eagles, Lancaster, like your name. Close to there. I'm like 1 county over. I'm like 20 minutes from Lancaster County. Work safe all day. Yeah, I will. If it gets too dangerous, if I'm driving and people start going crazy, I just close my eyes. I'm scared. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we have our sports teams are Eagles, Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, Penguins, Steelers. I cut the Penguins and the Pirates, obviously. No drones. No drones. You're in the Midwest. What state are you from? Let me guess. Oklahoma. Iowa. What else? Chicago, not Illinois. Illinois is Midwest. Missouri is Midwest. I would consider those states being like Colorado, Nebraska. There's another Lincoln, Nebraska. You got Lincoln, and I don't know very much about Nebraska. I just know they have a lot of corn. See, I don't know if you've seen this, but I was playing this in the background. Farming sim. Sharon. Yeah, so I'm from Pennsylvania. But I never been to Nebraska. I've been to like 35 states. I just never been there. Nebraska, man. I think what's his name? The one kid that was in here. I don't know his new name, but his name's Jaden. I think he's from Nebraska too. Turkey and ham for Thanksgiving. I love that holiday. Christmas is next. Yeah. Corn. Maize. All right. So yeah, Nebraska would be. It's cold there, right? Right now. I've been to a lot of states. Like, I've been to Wyoming and Montana, Idaho, Utah, California. Peace and health, brother. Thanks, Brian Lives. I was in Arizona, New Mexico. I've been to Mardi Gras. I have my beads right here. I have beads from Mardi Gras. I've been most of the East Coast states from New Hampshire. I've never been to Maine, but I've been to like from New Hampshire and Vermont down to Florida. I've been to Ohio, West Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Alabama, Texas, Missouri, Illinois, Oklahoma, Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii. You got long legs. Congratulations. Oh man, when I first got there, this is a true story. When I got to New Orleans, I went to this place called Acme Oyster House, and I'm pretty sure it's like a really like lame place if you're actually from New Orleans. But they had like crawfish and like catfish, like fried like and I never had crawfish before, and I must have drank like a gallon of beer and ate my pants off. Like they have that Emerald Lagasse person that has a lot of restaurants down there. So if you like fried like catfish and seafood and stuff like that, that's the way to go. That was, I got so stuffed that one night though. I was bloated after that. I was so fucked up. I drank so much beer and I ate a lot of fried breaded, stuff. But it was so delicious. I didn't even care. But yeah, New Orleans is, from what I remember, we went to some other restaurants, but it was not like the first one. The Acme Oyster House was like my favorite. They had, I forget, the year that they had a Super Bowl down there is when I went there. Because they were setting up the like ESPN stuff right around the French Quarter in that area. North Carolina. I was just in North Carolina not too long ago. It's on your bucket list. Yeah, you should definitely check it out. Like, if you get a chance to go down there, I would recommend like getting a hotel right in town, because then you can walk into town from where you are. And I think it was like the Marriott downtown. If you go down there and you just get an Uber or whatever from the airport or whatever, and you just can watch basically the parades right outside your hotel, and then walk down into the French Quarter. Like everything's within walking distance if you can stay in town. And it was easy getting in and out if you went in off peak times, you know, like if you go to your hotel like before like the crowd hits, you know, that stuff. Because it's basically a bunch of marching bands and like a bunch of parades all together. Yeah, I went to Kitty Hawk like a couple weeks ago, where the Wright Brothers Museum is in the Outer Banks. That's another one you should check out if you get a chance. AirPod Max. I don't know those. I don't have those AirPods. Like from the places that I've been to, like Mardi Gras was awesome. The Outer Banks is cool. Yellowstone is awesome. I saw the Old Faithful. You're close to that. Man, Wyoming and like that, like, what's it called, the Snake River up there, that, like the Grand Teton Mountains and stuff, that's amazing. That's beautiful stuff, man. I went to Jackson Hole when I was there. And then, what else? Grand Canyon. If you ever go to Grand Canyon, you have to hike it. You have to go down to the bottom because it's not the same if you're at the top. Like I hiked like 6 miles down, and there was like 2 paths that I could take. Yeah, I mean, I could have took two different paths. The one went straight to where there was a cliff, and that's the one I took. So I went to this like cliff at the edge of the canyon on the south side, and it was literally like a 2,000-foot drop from where I was standing. Like they had this little railing on the side, and I was like kind of peeking over, like, you know, and I was like, man, if I ever wanted to commit suicide, this is where I would do it, because it would be so much fun jumping off of this thing. Yeah, Wyoming is beautiful, man. Like it looks like another planet, man. You cannot get the same effect by pictures. You have to just go there. Like, I mean, I haven't seen every state, but when we were basically coming from Park City and driving up to Yellowstone through the west side of Wyoming, and I was just in shock of like what it looked like there. It looked like I was on a different planet. Like it's so like it's something. There's something about it that just like I want to go back there just to go back and just check it out again. It's just there's something about it. Like there's hardly any people around, and it's huge. And there's a lot of cows. There's a lot of beef out there. It was just really cool. Like you see the actual cattle drives and stuff like that when you're out there. And I've been to Vegas. I've been there. I don't know. Been to New York City many times. Went to Niagara Falls. Been to Canada. Been to Mexico. Just the border towns. Tijuana. Tijuana was crazy. That was back before all the 9/11 stuff. You could just like walk across to Tijuana and come back. Well, Andrew, I'm gonna go to bed, dude. I have to go to bed. It's like 10:30 here, so it was nice meeting you. You know, I gotta go. Have a good night, guys. I gotta go to bed.